what a banger! Hello everyone, welcome back to the Video Village. Welcome in case you're new here. Whew. I have at this point covered 3 of Falling in Reverse's videos. So if you haven't checked them out yet, check them out after this one. I have checked out Prequel, Ronald, and Watch the World Burn. And I've really enjoyed all of those 3. As a matter of fact, I even did a breakdown of one of their BTS videos, which you can find on my Patreon. I'm really excited to check out God is a Weapon today, which features Marilyn Manson as well. Interesting mashup, and kind of makes sense. And just the videos have always been of this crazy great quality and very cinematic, very Hollywood-y. They've been working with this one director quite a bit who feels like he's aspiring to make Marvel movies, you know? So it's like he's auditioning. And you can tell they put a lot of effort, a lot of money into these movies. Videos. They really do look like movies, though, so that's really cool. So, yeah, before we dive into that, in case you're new here, my name is Manon, Reeper. I am also a filmmaker, and I'm more in the horror genre. I've done some short films so far. I have more than 100 videos here on the channel. You can also find one of my actual horror shorts here on the channel as well, so check that out if that's something you're interested in. And I also have a Patreon where you get early access to my videos as well as exclusive access to some of my short stories, which are horror, sci-fi, all that kind of good stuff. And storytelling is one of my favorite things in the world, especially with visuals. And so that's kind of where I take my eye here on the channel. I love deconstructing these music videos and kind of sharing with you everything that goes into making a music video like this, and sort of hope to add to your experience as a fan. Without further ado though, let's get into God is a Weapon.
I can't stop from spinning down the rabbit hole. The deeper that you push, the deeper I will go. They said that God's a woman, I'll worship you the same. 'Cause all I do is think about saying your name in vain. We might as well marry me. My sinful confession, you're my obsession. If God is a woman, God is a I can't stop from sinning. My halo's just a hole. Deeper that I get inside you, the deeper you will fall. Say that God's a weapon, well I'm a hand grenade. Try to take this ring from me, watch me detonate. You might as well marry me. My sinful confession, you're my obsession. If God is a woman, God is a
I wanted to break it right there because I'm gonna go back before everything starts to go crazy. Wow, this is not what I was expecting at all. It's so It's more intimate. It's moodier. Well, although the other videos have also been quite moody, I will say, but it's definitely a slower song, and it's really, really beautiful. Let's go back a little bit, and then we'll watch the last third before the breakdown, if you will. So first of all, I just double checked, and it is the same director again, Jensen Noen, and it's funny because yes, it does still feel very distinctly like him because it has some very similar visuals of very similar sort of choices in terms of the artistry, which is, it's again very highly contrasted. However, it's completely black and white, which is interesting, which I don't know if we've seen before, but at least not in the videos that I've seen. This is a really, really beautiful opening shot. It's so fascinating. Something also about the videos with Following in Reverse that I've noticed is that there's always a lot of VFX. And so this is what that looks like. Again, it's like I feel like this is a shot of some cliffs, and then they put this beautiful sort of almost, it looks very sort of metropolis 20s style, 1920s style cathedral here. Really beautiful looking. Clearly here in this video, God is a woman, and that's also what they sing about, right? And if God is a woman, God is a weapon. And so God here, dressed in this latex suit, holding roses. Very interesting. I love this shot here. The lighting, that's also something that really stands out from these videos from Falling in Reverse, is that the lighting is always really beautiful. And I love this sort of outline with the light coming from the back and reflecting on the suit. It almost makes her look like water, like fluid. Very beautiful. And then this here, also a beautiful outline with this light bar in the back, which is also something that we see in the Jensen Noen videos with Falling in Reverse quite a bit, is these straight lines in the background. Love that. Love the cloth here, which for some reason is reminding me a little bit of American Psycho. I'm not sure why. Maybe someone else can, if that happens for you too, let me know in the comments. But I really love this, especially also, again, the lighting here is really beautiful. You can tell that they did decide beforehand to make this black and white, which does really change the way that you shoot film. It means that you're working more with values and contrast than with color necessarily, right? Because often if you just turn a video black and white, you lose a lot of your values. So everything just sort of like looks a little washed out and a little bland. And so here you can really tell that by using this bar in the back, he really stands out. And then we have the light here on his skin, which makes his skin look a little like oily as well. It's really great. It's very thoughtful. This is a sort of weirdly erotic shot. And then we have this intercut with the wolf. And this shot, it's such a great shot. And this is exactly what I mean. This was clearly shot for black and white, where this is so dark, and then his face is really light, and then of course his torso, his neck and torso are much darker because of his tattoos, but still it makes the lower part of his face really stand out. And they do that later on as well with Marilyn Manson's face, which is just really, really great looking. Love this shot too with the mirror, and it's the first time that we see the woman's eyes, and then as we go she gets more and more undressed. Fantastic shot here with the vulture. Love this. It's so sharp too. It's very, very, very sharp. Oops. But the contrast here is just stunning. It's also just not very grainy at all, which is something I'm noticing in most of this. Grain is something that we use to make it look more filmy, more cinematic. And they've chosen not to here, which is a very interesting choice, because we associate black and white with old film more, and here they've specifically chosen not to add grain to make it look more old. So it's still, in a way, a little bit futuristic looking. And this is where the scope really gets a lot bigger. A lot more people, extras here and there, sort of running around. This is also when I started feeling a little bit of like a 300 vibe, especially when we start seeing the warriors. The 300 film from like 2006 or something. Which also, by the way, it's not black and white. It's more like sepia tone, but it's sort of similar in how it's graded in terms of very high contrast. So I thought that was interesting. And then we see this person who I don't know who this is. So please tell me in the comments. Maybe someone knows. But it's, I love this. They're all tattooing, and this is something that we saw before as well, as they're tattooing. And obviously, and this is a wrong to say that it's a tattoo gun, but, you know, they are, if you do call them tattoo guns, it is a weapon. So maybe that is sort of like in the vein of the weapon thing. I love these glasses. They're sort of like steampunky, futuristic looking. And it's a weird ass shot, this. Like, I really, really like it a lot. And again, beautifully lit. And what a distinct face this guy's got. Love this moment as well. A lot of these shots that build around what is happening in the center of the shot also. Which is also very, very Jensen Noen style. I feel like at this point. I'm starting to get a little bit of a feel for some of these directors' visual signatures, if you will. So this is the first time we're introduced to Marilyn Manson in the same sort of setup in front of this white bar. And it's really great because he's lit from behind, but he's also lit from the front, but only from the right, our right. And this side is not lit at all, which is causing his other side of the left, his right side of the face to be completely obscured. Very cool effect, especially with the billowing curtains here, which is adding some visual interest. So here, this is also the part that just made me feel like this is very 300 vibe, even though it feels a little bit more medieval than, Greece, ancient Greece. But the look of it, and I suppose it's also because of the VFX, this looks very much like it was shot in front of a green screen or an LED screen, where basically we have some of this in the foreground, which was built on set, and then behind there, this was on a green screen, or on an LED screen, depending. And this is also like similar shot where they basically obscure all of his face except this one bar. Very cool effect here with the context. It's creepy looking. So yeah, more of this. And the teeth and the tongue here, it looked a little unsettlingly gross, which is cool. Oh, and this shot, it's a beautiful shot, but also like it looks so weird because of how the nipples have just been erased. I suppose God is a woman, but a woman without nipples. I know it's because of YouTube's, censorship. But man, it looks weird. Yeah, anyway. Beautifully lit, though. But so unnatural. I think that if God is a woman, she would have nipples. Beautiful makeup as well. Yeah. Very, very, very beautiful. Ooh, and then this moment. I thought this was so cool. We have a little bit of like lightning action here. Also in front of a green screen or an LED screen, kind of depending. She and Ronnie meet. And I think I'm gonna go back to here and restart the video. But yeah, let me know what you think thus far. beautiful song. I really enjoyed that quite a bit. Really beautiful how they sort of harmonize at the end as well. Ah, who would have thought that their voices would go together so well? And I love hearing a little bit more high vocals from Ronnie as well. He's a great singer. So yeah, let's go back. What a fascinating video. I mean, God is a Barbie, but I do think the visual effects are really cool again. I love this. She also is a velociraptor. Clearly, with these nails, they look distinctly dinosaur-like. So that's also fascinating. But yeah, I love this moment here where he walks to her and he's like sort of flashing lights all over him, and it's flashing, and I don't know, like what I saw in one of the BTS, and that was the one for prequel, if I'm not remembering incorrectly. Either way, doesn't really matter, but they do like to use dollies and round dolly tracks and sort of like track around them with the camera. It's either that or they had him on a spinning platform to kind of create this effect. But I really like how the flashing lights are sort of making it that he is, it sort of looks like thunder. I thought that was really cool. And then here they meet, they kiss. It's a good kiss. And everything explodes. Good cut too here. This transition is great. I love that. And beautiful outline. I love that the explosion is really white in the background at first, so it just shows them. Really great looking. Really, really great. And then the people come running again. I'm not sure what they're running to or from. Either way, I suppose it doesn't quite matter. They kiss. And the world seems to be exploding. She must be very angry. I'm not quite sure what the story is, to be honest. But if you got the story, then please feel free to share in the comments. But yeah, it's definitely quite beautiful. I love the shots here. And again, the scale is just quite big. It feels biblical, definitely. This shot really does. It feels like one of those, Bible pilgrimages, and in this case, Barbie God just destroys everything. But yeah, it's beautiful. Maybe she's also not too impressed by the church. What an interesting collab. I really enjoyed the song, actually. I thought the video was really good. Someone said in the comments, best cologne ad I've ever seen. And I thought that was very funny. Because I suppose that in a way it does look a little bit, in a way, like with how the bodies are lit. It feels a little bit like those men's perfumes, cologne commercials. I thought that was fun. Either way, let me know what you thought. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Let me know what you think the video is about, what the story is. But yeah, I quite enjoyed the harmonizing between Ronnie and Marilyn Manson. So pretty cool overall. All right, that's it for me. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Give the video a thumbs up so we can reach more people. You can check me out on Patreon. Find access to, for example, the BTS video that I deconstructed, and get early access, all that kind of good stuff. Or join us on Discord, which is free. Either way, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you for the next one. Peace.